So it is, I guess, the beginning of the second week of January. Today is the 5th of January. And everybody's been putting out their top 5 knives of 2025 and top 10 knives of 2025. And, well, we do things a little bit differently on this channel. And I'm going to put out my 5 least favorite knives of 2025. And to everybody's surprise, I'm not going to bring up the OZARK Trail other than what I just did. So, yeah, I'm giving the OZARK Trail a break this week. I still have a third OZARK Trail knife to try to get some redemption there. But anyway, oh, by the way, I'd like to thank all my subscribers. I never asked for anybody to subscribe to this channel, and so I very much appreciate those of you who do, as reckless and silly as you people must be. Anyway, so that's my way of saying I thank you sincerely. So here we go. So this will be my 5 least favorite knives of 2025. And I'm going to start off with this gem right here. This is, I'm assuming, it's very small. This is a very, very small knife. Now this, I believe this is designed to be a utility knife, and it does come with the key ring. I don't have it on here because I will never carry this abomination. And you slide that out, and it has a very utility knife type shaped blade, it's actually, it's a chisel grind. So it's only sharp on this side. It's flat on this side. We never talked about that, but chisel grinds are actually not necessarily a bad thing. They're pretty good. And generally they're easier to sharpen. I tried to sharpen this, not really hard, but I did. And I'm not gonna go too in depth on these because these knives are terrible. But here we have the knife, here we have some paper. And actually that's the best this knife has ever done. So it is not, it's not good. Yeah. Generally, if it looks like you chewed on the paper, that's your sign that it's not a good cutter. So, so you might think it doesn't cut well because it's small. I actually have a teeny tiny knife that may make an appearance here in a little bit that is smaller than this that actually does cut. So, and I will try to link, if I remember, I'll try to link these knives in case you want to travel down this horrible road. In the future, you can take it on your own spirit journey, as it were. Next up, it is in no particular order except for number 1. Number 1 has a very special place in my heart. Next up is this. This knife, which I'll put the name up if I remember, not that it matters. This knife is one of the silliest designs I've ever seen. If you look, this right here, this indicates that this is a flipper. This is a flipper knife. Typically, the action on flipper knives are, well, here's a flipper right here. This will be featured possibly later, but so flippers are designed so the action so you can flip them open. You see that, how that works? So there's a problem with this flipper in that it doesn't ride on washers. This is a slip joint. And for those of you who are new to the knife collecting or the knife world, slip joints are knives that don't lock. And as a result, they're deliberately meant to be very kind of difficult to open and close because you don't want to have them swing open on your finger or close on your finger for that matter. So you hear that pop? It takes a tremendous amount of effort. And you can see that this knife, there is no action to this knife. This knife is meant really to be open like that. It locks into place. It pinches and impinges itself into place. And then you just break that detent, and that's how it works. There's no way to really make this work as a flipper. It is 2 designs that were not meant to really go together. I mean, you can get it started, and I keep reaching for a lock that's not there. You can get it started with the flipper, but I maybe 20 years ago I could swing this thing hard enough to pop it open, but not today. And it's really different. And the worst thing is, this is actually a really nice design. I love the blade shape. I love the finish on it. It has really cool kind of a rubber inset here, which is really nice. It's got, if there were a lock, it would be easy to get to, but there's not. It has a very non-reversible tip down carry, which most people are opposed to. It has a lanyard hole. I mean, it has a lot of things going for it. But one of the things it does not have going for it is the way it deploys. Let's see, I don't remember if this is sharp or not. It might be. Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. I mean, it still does knife stuff. So if you want a knife that cuts, this knife actually will cut. That's good. At least towards the front. Towards the back, I think there might be some stuff on there that's kind of, but it's actually pretty sharp. Yep, that is an acceptable blade. But yeah, as far as doing its knifely duties, it does them actually quite well. But the problem is, it's really hard to get open and shut, and this actually impedes on your ability to shut it because you get your finger when you try to shut it, cut pinched in there. I mean, it's a poorly thought out design, but still a functional knife, which is on this channel something we like. And I think that's pretty much where the functional knives end. This is terrible. Some of these knives I haven't reviewed on this channel, and I haven't reviewed them because they're so bad. If you would like me to do reviews of these, please let me know in the comments. But chances are I'm going to say no because these knives are just awful. I'm trying not to use any expletives. Hopefully I've done that so far. So this knife sheath is made out of what feels like rubberized paper. I mean, this is so incredibly thin and stiff, and just, it does not feel, I don't think there's anything part of that's leather, at least not cow leather. Might be the flesh of some type of, I don't know, cephalopod or something, I don't know. It does have a little snap there. I'm not sure how well that snap holds the knife in place. Let's see. No, I guess it does okay. Still, the blade comes out here, which is not something you want because that will cut you if it were sharp. But not to worry, this knife is not sharp. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, hey, that knife was really cool looking. And I agree. I think this is a really cool looking knife. Oh, there's a piece of the leather. It's dying. I love the design. I love that tanto blade shape. It's the handles are steel, some type of steel, or I guess stainless steel, possibly aluminum. I don't know. Nice lanyard hole. I think the shape is pleasing. It has a nice ramp here. There is zero sharpening choil there, so I'd have to make one myself if I wanted to do something about that. Because I mean, and this edge is just terrible. It is absolutely. I mean, you can see maybe you can or maybe you can't, but like this edge has like the world's smallest little bevel on there, and this has just the most wonky, weird. It is really bad. It is really, really bad, and the tip is just the worst. And it is. I mean, that's just dull. I mean, that's basically a crowbar. And there's a hint of an edge on here, and I did try to sharpen this. So like right here, it gets pretty sharp. Let's see how we do here. I mean, I don't even know the names of some of these knives because they're just, I don't know the names of any of them actually. So it does cut a little bit, just in that one specific area that's sharp, and then it quickly drops off towards the edge. It's just, this knife is terrible. Sadly, it has a great feel in the hand because it's so heavy, because it's all metal construction. But yeah, this knife is what is typically regarded as hot garbage, and I do not recommend you get this knife, even if you want to. Oh my God! I just noticed. You notice that the tip there is completely uneven on both sides. It is two different shapes. That is just, ugh. Anyway, yeah. I don't know, man. This knife is terrible. It's god awful, and unless you guys can convince me otherwise, this will never get a review on this channel. Even a channel as crappy as this knife does not deserve any more time than I just gave it. But the good news is there's a knife that's worse, and it's this knife. And at least this knife has a relatively leathery sheath. with a little pattern embroidered into it or whatever. I don't understand why it has a loop here and a loop there. I'm not sure what the idea behind that is. I don't know how that's supposed to function, but there it is. We got it. If you look at the handle, you might start getting excited and say, hey, man, that's a good looking, micarta G10, some kind of something, full tang. That's a good thing. It's got a microscopic lanyard hole there. Things are looking good. And then we start taking this guy out. Oh, it still looks good. Still looking good. Still, whoa, what's going on? Okay, righty. Now, I can tell you, I saw this blade shape and I loved it. I love the rounded kind of straight edge razor. Look at this knife. I like the little reptilian skin thing going on here. But this blade's basically like a big giant recurve. It's like it's not straight, and like it's relatively straight here and then gets really bad right there. And I don't know if this blade was ever heat treated. I don't know what gas station this was made at. I mean, this just looks completely unfinished. It feels very, very rough. I mean, it literally feels like this knife is unfinished. And I think in a lot of ways it actually is. And I mean, it's a very comfortable knife. I mean, that is a wonderful purchase on there. These have great little waves in there to give you more purchase on it. I like whatever the scales are made out of. I think it looks really cool. It feels really good. But this knife, I mean, if somebody would, reheat treat it and then actually put a good edge on it and then flatten this edge out. I mean, this literally needs to be whittled back to like here. I mean, the fact that it's a recurve just totally destroys any functionality to it. Because without a tip, I mean, having a recurve is kind of moot. I did, again, try to sharpen this as well on a couple different sharpening systems. I think it might have a sharp spot. Yeah, there's towards the heel there is a little bitty sharp spot. But as you get towards the tip, I mean, it's trash. It is absolute trash. I mean, it can't cut it all. It's really bad. So yeah. This is a total fail. Again, if I find the name, I'll put it up there. And if you wanna buy it, I guess I'll put that information on there as well. But I do not recommend it. I personally, I was thinking maybe of giving these knives away, but I don't even think I want to curse anybody with these knives. They're just that bad. So we have this relatively not terrible knife. We have this horrible excuse of whatever it is. We have this, if depression were a knife, it would be shaped like this. We have what is masquerading as a nice tanto knife, but it is not. So you're thinking, hey, knives can't get any worse than these, can they? I mean, I have a gas station knife that I bought for $5. It's better than most of these. And the answer is, you're right. Most of the time, this would be the apex of terrible. These would be the worst knives you could buy. But there's one more knife in this list, folks. There's one more knife. It's not the OZARK Trail. I hate to ruin that surprise. It's actually not going to be an OZARK Trail in this video. And you may have seen this before, or you may not have. But it is this knife, and I put this. Oh no, I think it came with this lanyard, little jade balls, and that's how you know you have a quality knife, is if you have some jade balls, and the sheath. But here it is, folks, straight out of the Amazon, and I believe actually they have Arapaima in Asia as well. It is the Arapaima folding knife. It's either Arapaima or Arowana. I can't remember which one this is, but regardless. It is terrible. This is, it looks like the fish ate a goose, because this looks like a duck's neck with the head on it. I don't know. It's like two animals in one. I've got to get this focused. There we go. And this is a really bad knife. It's got a charm to it. I have to give it that. But it is really just a god-awful knife. And if I recall correctly, it is not sharp. I'm gonna be really embarrassed if this is actually sharp. I'm not gonna be embarrassed, folks, because this knife won't even start on the paper. This knife is as dull as it is stupid. Oh my God. This may be the dullest knife I own. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, this knife is dull. This knife is very, very, very dull. And I think I actually tried to sharpen this once or twice, but boy, I'm just gonna have to zoom in on this and let you guys just soak this in. I mean, this is what this channel's all about. Look at that. Look, how could you not want to have that knife and just get it and be disappointed on your own? Now, I can tell you that I love fish, and I love South American fish and Asian fish. So, I mean, I think it's a cute novelty item. I don't regret buying this knife, but it is a god-awful knife, and it is truly a silly, silly piece of steel. So yeah, so that's it, folks. I might want to make a cute, quick video about some of the abominations out there on the internet. So we put these in according to size here. And here are your 5 worst knives of 2025. And boy, do they stink. These are absolute trash knives. So I hope this video brought a smile to your face. Hopefully I have saved you some money for you not having to go out and buy these crappy knives, because they are in fact trash garbage. And you know, this one's not terrible. I mean, I don't know how much it was. I'll link it, but this isn't terrible. But they need to cut the flipper off and then just use it as a slip joint. And this knife is it's cute. It's a terrible knife, but it's one of those knives that's so ugly it's adorable. And yeah, folks, that's it. This is the worst of 2025, just like my channel. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to talk to y'all soon. Thanks, bye.